My mom and I were on a road trip to visit my grandmother. We were driving over 2,000 miles from Tennessee to California in my mom's old VW van. On the first night of our road trip, we stopped at a campground and found a good parking spot close to the bathrooms. We just slept in Mom's van and we laid out some blankets and sleeping bags in the back. We opened the back door while we sat there admiring the stars. We chatted for a bit and had a snack, then we decided to call it a night. We locked all the doors and settled in. I'm not sure what time it was, but sometime during the night I woke to the sound of footsteps around the van. I raised up and looked out the front, side, and back doors, only to see nothing. When I woke up the next morning, I opened the back door and stepped out. What I noticed gave me chills. There were at least a dozen cigarette butts on the ground, just inches from the back of the van. I knew they had not been there the night before. And then I noticed a piece of paper lying on the ground. I bent down and picked it up and it read, "I loved your pajamas. Red is my favorite color." Chills went up my spine and I froze. Whoever it was outside the van watching us during the night. Long enough to smoke 12 cigarettes, I counted. I was road tripping my way home for the holidays from college. It was about a 16-hour drive, and so I left at around 9 that morning and drove through the day. My last stop was a bathroom break at a rest area. It was around 11 p.m. when I pulled in. I decided I would make it quick since I was a little creeped out. The place looked like a ghost town. I walked into the bathroom and started my business. Then I hear the door to the bathroom open and close. Then I hear footsteps. They stopped right in front of my bathroom door. I froze. I heard heavy breathing, but nothing else. My heart felt like it was going to beat out of my chest. I was trapped. Suddenly, I see hands come under the stall door and grab my ankles. I was yanked off the toilet and under the door to come face to face with a man in his 50s. He had a thick gray beard and dirty clothes. The last thing I saw was an axe coming down on my head. He hides in the dark woods behind the rest stop. Please, don't stop here. Keep going. He's always waiting for his next victim. My friend Cindy and I were road tripping professionals. We loved taking a girls' weekend out to go discover the beauty of the Smoky Mountains. One afternoon in August 2014, we were out driving around, and since we were always up for exploring, we took a rugged wilderness road. We love those type of roads. Well, we used to. In this part of the Smoky Mountains, the roads are winding and secluded. Sometimes they lead to a dead end in remote areas, and their original purpose was not to be found. Nonetheless, we were seeking adventure. After a few minutes of driving, we seen a pickup truck pull out of a side road, going the same direction as us. Suddenly, the truck stopped and pulled over to the edge of the road. Now, this road was small, and there was barely enough room to pass him without us going over the edge of the road. As we passed by, we looked over to see a middle-aged man staring at us. I began to feel uneasy as I saw him talking on a walkie-talkie. We slowly made our way past him. A few seconds later, he pulled back onto the road and started following us. Then we saw another pickup truck coming towards us, traveling very slow. As we passed him, we noticed he too was talking on a walkie-talkie. I had the feeling those two men were talking to each other. Through the woods, I saw a four-wheeler approaching the road. Soon, we had two trucks and a four-wheeler following us. We were being hunted. The truck behind us inched closer and we sped up. We topped a hill and saw a sign that said Great Smoky Mountains National Park, with a road to the left. At that moment, the four-wheeler came up beside us and pointed a gun. "Pull over," the man yelled, but I floored it. Then a green pickup truck bearing the logo Park Service pulled out of the road up ahead and onto the road we were on. The trucks and the four-wheelers then turned around and went the other way. I don't know what those men wanted, but I know it wasn't good. There was something wrong out there. Maybe there was a meth lab or something. I don't know. This area has had 2 disappearances, both of them young women. I'm glad we didn't disappear too.